All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first training of the year. Happy New Year, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. I'm expecting a lot of new people as well, since we did one last marketing blocks training not too long ago. So this training is going to be heavily dedicated towards that as well, as most of you should know from the updates. But overall, everything I'll teach today is applicable for multiple businesses in case you have a different service. Either way, welcome once again to the very first marketing blocks or training overall of this entire year. I'm excited. Last year, we crushed it twice a week, every week or almost every week. We went at it, shared value, new stuff over and over again, and hammered on the foundations and the basics until you got sick of it, making sure you knew exactly what needs to be done in order to grow your business. And I'm excited to do it once again this year, twice a week. So let's see. Loud and clear for 2023. Yeah. Let me know if you can hear me. Everyone that's here, let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see the screen. Mohammed says, Suad says, Happy New Year. Awesome. Lynn says, Happy New Year. Maxwell says, Happy New Year. Awesome. I love the energy already. Suad says, show us marketing blocks. Well, that's what I'm intending to do, of course. Mark says, excited to be here. Good to see you here as well, Mark. Is this being recorded for review later? Yes, but it is always best to be here live because the replays tend to show up a while later. It takes some time to get uploaded and whatnot. So it's best from experience we've known to just attend these sessions live. Dan says you're cutting out. Let's see, guys, is the microphone level okay for everyone? Am I cutting out? That's why I love to discuss these things right off the bat, so we don't get into it and then have to lose momentum. Let me know real quick if the audio is all good, if it's choppy. Let's see if we can fix that somehow. Everybody says all good. Happy New Year. Perfect. Wow, the chat is packed. I can hear, glad to hear, loud and clear. So I see from pretty much everyone, loud and clear, audio is good. So the person that said it's cutting out, it might be that it's on your end, because from what I can see in the chat, everybody seems to be able to hear me. Anpu is asking, how can I do audio to video? So on these calls, you won't be able to speak in or do any audio or video yourself. On Saturdays, we have Q&A sessions at 4 p.m. That's where we jump on Zoom or hop on Zoom. And that's where you really can, if you want, unmute yourself, if you want, show yourself on camera, and we can have a real question and answer session. On these days, on Wednesdays, it's more of a training. I'll still ask questions, and you can ask me questions as well, but it's more a slide deck that I've prepared and showing you over the shoulder what mouse buttons to click and how to get you moving forward, for those of you that didn't know. So Wednesday, normal training, Saturdays, Q&A. And with that being said, let's get this party started. Awesome. Let me go ahead and drag this here. Give me one quick. All right. Cool. So, like I said, marketing blocks, leads, and sales training. Now, for those of you, once again, that have a different offer surface, still pay close attention because I'm teaching nothing but the core foundations. I'm going to go over marketing blocks a lot as well, kind of show you the ins and outs. If you haven't played around with it, or if you have any questions, let me know. If it's very techie questions, then you best want to ask that to support@snappylabs.com, and you're even able to book a 15-minute one-on-one with them if it's any serious tech issue that they need or you need help with. Now, what you will learn today is lead calculation at the beginning of this year. I think this is one of the most important things to do. I do this every single time, every quarter, at least for my business, just getting a grip on the numbers because we sometimes lose sight, and it also helps you put things in perspective over and over again. We're going to talk about cold outreach methods, a lot of them, some of them familiar, some of them might be new. We're just going to hammer on the basics, and you can ask me any questions in the meanwhile as well. And we're also going to add some inbound lead generation, how to go about that, or what's the best way. And once again, same goes, you can ask questions and I will answer. So with that being said, let's start with the first thing, and this one is heavily interactive because we're going to use marketing blocks for marketing, for copy, for providing services and offers, but we need to know our numbers first. How many leads do we need? How many services do we need to deliver? What's the price going to be, right? Like, it's no point for me now doing a full demo, but you don't know how you're going to charge or who you need to offer this to. So we're going to start with the basics, which is understanding which and how many revenue driving actions you need to take. With that being said, I want to know from all of you, and feel free to drop that in the chat, a realistic monthly revenue goal, your first milestone, not your eventually you want to hit a certain amount, but the first one that's right up for grabs. What is it that you want to make? Drop it in the chat. Feel comfortable. This is a safe space. Everybody can share anything. That's what we're here, and you can motivate each other, right? I see Alan, 6K, perfect. I see 1K for Pat, 1,200 per month, 5,000, 2K. Question mark? Why question mark, right? Be confident with it. Tamara says 5K, 10K per month for Jay. Awesome. I say 3, 2, 5. So right now I see anywhere between 2 to 5-ish and a 10. So overall, on average, I see 2 to 5K, which is very doable with the services you'll be able to deliver using marketing blocks or any service you have on your own and you want to use marketing blocks to enhance it. So really good. Awesome. Now, everybody seems to know the monthly revenue goal, which is perfect. What is your price point? Do you have a grip or understanding of how much you're going to charge for your service? If so, let me know. If not, let me know. Let's help you out, because only then you understand how many of these you need in order to know or to get to that monthly amount. So good question. I don't understand. 2,500, 500 a month. Perfect. And guys, don't just type it in the chat. Also note it down somewhere, right? These are numbers that every business that I have, and I have multiples, I write these numbers down so I can get a grip on them. I can see, all right, this is our price point. This is what we're trying to make every month. This is the amount of leads we need, because we're going to do the numbers. If you don't have a pricing nailed down yet, my suggestion is, and there's a lot of variables. Also depends on what country you're from, right? What's the currency there? Like, some countries can charge 1,000 because that's just outrageous in that area. Some countries can. So there are certain things you want to take into account. We'll definitely discuss pricing more in depth on a Saturday. But for now, what I will say, the biggest mistake I made was pricing my services too low, because I thought I was a beginner, instead of thinking, oh, I could provide so much value to this business even though I'm a beginner. So I want you to charge reasonably high. It might even feel a little bit uncomfortable, but that's okay. That's why I'm here. As long as you know you can deliver a service, which you surely can if you have marketing blocks, you should, and definitely should, charge reasonably high, and that should be not lower than 500 bucks. Like, that is the absolute minimum, right? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Perfect. So I see like 1 or 2 people saying it's cutting off. Well, the majority says it's not cutting off, so I'm going to assume that it's on your end. So you might just want to relog back in, and then that's fixed. We'll talk more about pricing along the way. Now, this one is pretty much a question for yourself that you want to ask. How many hours a week can you invest, right? You need to be realistic. Like, if you want to make 6K a month and you're charging 500 bucks a month and you can only put in 2 hours a week, I mean, that's the numbers you got to deal with. You need to understand, all right, in those 2 hours that I have, this is what needs to happen. But as long as you don't have a grip on these things, you will never know the amount of actions you need to take, and you're just going to run around in circles. So that's why we started here as a super important foundation. Now let's do the quick math. Revenue goal divided by price is the amount of clients you need. So let's say you have, or I think I have a quick example here. Our closing rate is 1 out of 4 people, by the way. So you should assume, at worst case scenario, following the training and using marketing blocks and the AI to close people, that out of every 4 touch points you have to a targeted lead, a qualified lead that shows interest, 1 of them should and will convert. So that's a 25%. So from every 4 leads, 1 person says, take my money now, right? Now with those numbers, you want to do the math. For example, my initial goal personally was to make 3K a month when I got started out. I think I also mentioned that on a few webinars. My price was 500, right? Meaning I needed 6 clients. 6 times 5 is 3, right? Or at least 6. Then we have the amount of leads I need, because from those people, I only closed 1 out of 4. Meaning if I get 6 qualified leads, I'll only close 1, most likely, unless I'm lucky. So I need 24 leads, since 1 out of every 4 lead is going to buy, or most likely is going to buy. And those are the base numbers you want to go with, right? They can vary. They might get better, they might get worse, but you want to start with some sort of base number that you can wake up tomorrow and say, all right, all I need today is find 24 people that will send me an email back. Now you're working with a target. Now you're working with a clear vision instead of hopping online, checking your email, getting a shiny object, getting distracted, buying another software, and all starting over from scratch again, right? Now, every time you open up the laptop, you know all I need is 24 people. In order to get 24 people, I might need to reach out to 50. All right, let me queue up the emails, let AI write them, let me send 50 emails. And every time you get a response, you want to check and turf, I'm almost at that 24 mark, so we can keep the data. All right, guys, I want to turn you into legitimate functioning and organized operating businesses. Instead of the push button, lottery ticket, online millionaire, you want to go ahead and approach this more seriously and have the numbers on point. So note for yourself from scratch the revenue you want to have, the amount of clients you need, or the price you offer, and then the amount of clients you need, and then have an understanding of, if I close 1 out of 4, how many leads do I need then? And you want to do the math on that. Okay, so I see still a few people saying I can't hear anything, but it's crazy because the other half says I can. So I might even think this might be an issue with GoToWebinar. I'm just going to reconnect my mic and just hope that it will be better. Like Jay says, you're loud and clear. Jason says I can hear fine, right? So guys, I really can't do anything about it. That literally the majority says I can hear you. For those of you that can't, I only thing I can say is try relogging in and out. That might be the best thing. Thank you for everybody says I can hear loud and clear. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. Henry, yeah. So this is even without tax. I have actually a cheat sheet. I'll send that over to you. That also takes tax into accountants, takes tax into account. But for now, I'm just gonna do it raw with you guys to get you at least some base ground numbers. And then obviously with tax, it's gonna vary a bit. But I have a separate sheet. I just want to start simple for you guys, and over time we're gonna go more advanced and in depth. Now, perfect. Now, once again, know your numbers, guys. Next time I ask you how many leads you need to close this month strong, and you say, well, I don't know, as much as I can get, I'm not going to take you seriously, right? If you came into this game 2023, you want to take it seriously. You need to know and answer questions like that with ease. But tell you, all right, what's your numbers looking like? How much leads do we need? How much revenue? What's the price point? You have these numbers on stat. Because I'm also going to ask these things on our Saturday calls. And if you're not prepared, you're like, I don't know, I'm just kind of trying to get as much traffic as I can. You haven't done your work, right? So look at that. Now that you have that, you want to set non-negotiables, and these are as important as your morals and standards in life. I mean, I assume all of your morals and standards are, for example, you don't inflict any unnecessary harm on another person, right? That's a pretty key non-negotiable. The same goes for some non-negotiables in your business, things that need to happen over and over again, meaning every morning I wake up, I queue a new project, I queue a new email, and I send it out. Things that are just without a doubt happening. Even if your house burns down, that thing still happens. I mean, now that you have this beast of an automation software, there is no excuse. You literally just have to click a few buttons to make things happen, right? So I don't want to hear any excuses. Now, the best way to price things, by the way, in case you haven't done that, is offer a service fee, like a setup fee, plus a recurring revenue. Now, it varies a little bit on what exactly you're offering, and we'll talk about that soon. But if there's an opportunity for you to offer service fee plus a recurring fee, that gives you a nice bag up front and a consistent bag throughout your journey with that person, with that client. And you want to build up as much recurring income as possible as opposed to one-off sales. So if you're right now charging one-off, it's okay. That's how I started as well. But quickly I realized, hey, I want to make sure I only need X amount of clients to retain a certain amount of revenue coming in consistently. So go for recurring as fast as humanly possible. If you don't know how, ask me, let me know, or come to the Saturday call and also ask me, and I'll let you know, because this is the easiest way to get to a six-figure agency, honestly. So that is lead calculation. That is honestly the bare bone basics. Now, like I said, with lead calculation, it's just, I haven't gone into marketing blocks yet, because this is just ground homework that you can need to do whatsoever, right? Now, with cold outreach methods, we are going to go in marketing blocks. So if you have it at hand, feel free to just play along. If not, still just take notes. And for those of you that don't have marketing blocks yet, either go get it or try to find an alternative way if possible. So let me know if all made sense up until now. I'm trying to go as fast as I can so I can get to the good part. Not that this isn't the good part, because this is actually crucial. I mean, there's so many businesses out there that just go online and say, I want to make money online, and have no clue how much, how many actions they need to take, what the numbers are looking like, or what numbers they need to go after. It's insane, right? So I want you to step away from that beginner mistake. So let me know if step number one made clear, or if you have any specific questions, and then we can go to number two. Let me open up the chat box. Ari says, thank you, I can hear clearly now. Okay, perfect, awesome. Awesome, got it, makes sense, good pace, very clear, I love it. Okay, awesome. Someone said 7788777. Not sure what that means, Marco. Got it. Okay, perfect. Now it is time for outreach. Outreach is the act of being in the field and getting clients, which honestly is the only thing I want you to be doing as much as you can, because that's what's going to pay the bills. Volume. Now, with outreach, it is volume. With inbound, it is quality. I'll repeat that one more time. With outreach, it is volume. The more you do, your probability, your chances for closing and getting leads is going to go vastly up. With inbound, it is quality. We'll talk more about that in a second. Let's start with cold outreach methods. There are obviously different proven outreach strategies. Now, guys, if you don't have an offer, and last week, I know there are a lot of new ones, so I'll definitely recommend you to watch the replay. Last week, we talked a lot about building an offer and how to compose your offer properly and present it properly. So I'm going to assume all of you have an offer. If not, just understand the offer that you're bringing to the table. What do you do for the person? What is the desire that that person has? And how does your offer, or what you do for them, align with that desire? For example, a restaurant wants to fill empty seats. How does your offer, digital marketing, help with that? So don't just say digital marketing, say I help restaurants fill their empty tables on a slow day. It's a very specific outcome for a restaurant, which makes them move forward with you much more. Now, luckily you have AI as well, which will help you craft amazingly good worded emails. So with outreach methods, the first one that comes to mind, obviously cold email. We're going to talk a lot about that. I'm just going to dive into marketing blocks to kind of show you and walk you around on how you want to do that. Obviously, if you have a business that you run, let's say you offer digital marketing services to local businesses. So my local lead business. So I help local businesses, local lead business. The AI is going to kick in. I'll help you create your marketing assets, copy, pages, graphics, video, audio, all that good stuff. What's the name of your product or offer? Local lead surface. Triple L, oh no, LLS, local lead surface. Okay. And then how we describe, we help local businesses generate more foot traffic and digital and website visitors. Yeah, that's pretty much what we do. We help local businesses generate more foot traffic and website visitors using digital marketing. Boom. What keywords best describe your product or niche? So obviously my niche is local business. My product is digital marketing, right? Boom. What's your preferred brand color? I always like to go with blue. Boom. Right. So I think the what's it called? The AI goes without saying, right? This is pretty much self-explanatory. person or the robot comes in and asks you direct questions, you just answer them to the best of your capabilities. As you can see, I just use very simple and clear sentences. I don't make it complex. I want the AI to do the work for me. So I gave it what it needed, and based on that, it's going to now build my assets, and I'm going to use those assets to start my cold outreach machine. Now, what I've shared over time to many of you as well, I'm going to try if I can open that up. Tracker, is this the one? No. Appointment setting tracker. Is this? Okay, this is a good example. All right, so I also use, so right now it's January, right? If you want this, I'll share it with you, or I'll share it. I think I shared it with the team already. They'll be able to share it. I always keep track of the data. Like I said, you don't want to play the running around in circles and trying to make as much money as you can and getting as much leads as you can. That is cool. Obviously, we want that, but we also want to have a grip on the numbers so we can analyze and understand where our strengths are and how to play those strengths. That's how any business operates, right? Or at least businesses that do very well. So with cold email, I will note down. I'll first accumulate a lot of emails. Now do we have the client finder in here? No, I don't think so. So I'm just going to do it old school. For example, the way you find businesses is, if I go to google.com, is niche plus location, right? So niche plus location would be realtors, London. What else? Dentists in New York. Spas in Texas, right? That is the easiest way to just find leads. So realtors in London, niche realtors, location London. Then I go where you obviously have the map, and but there are different ways to do this. There's softwares. Snappy Labs has a great software called Client Finder. If you guys want to look that out, I'll make sure you get the link. That does pretty much all of this for you using AI as well. But old school way, you just go and search for a business, for example, City Realtor. Want to visit their website. And then usually you want to scroll down immediately, go to either the About Us, or if they have a Contact Us page, you go to the Contact Us page, and then you'll find the details you need, right? And I'll just make a list of a lot of them. So I'll open up a doc, new, boom, boom, that's one, right? And let's say I do that for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So that's a non-negotiable. Every day for 30 minutes, accumulate prospective leads. Now, once again, there are softwares that do it for you with AI, which just makes it really quick, or you can do it manually, whatever works for you. So this is a non-negotiable action. You want to keep having fresh, real emails that you can reach out to, right? Volume game. And so let's say I do that every day for 30, I do 30 people every day. So I have 30 attempts every day to send a cold email, 30 people every day. And based on that, I'm going to see, all right, how many meetings did I set from that, right? Now, actually, this is over the month. So that would be 30 times 4. That's like 120. From those 120, I'll see how many meetings did I land in January. Let's say I closed 10%. So that's 12 meetings. And from that, maybe I closed 3 deals on a recurring basis, and all of them were $2K a month. So that is total revenue is $6K. And there we go, right? That means I have a 10% conversion rate from attempts to meeting set. And then from meeting set to clients closed, I have a 20% conversion rate, which is exactly 1 out of 4, which is actually really good starting out. And this is pretty realistic, honestly. These are very reasonable numbers if you do this right, if you use the AI, if you don't go and get distracted and procrastinate and do stuff you're not supposed to do. But if you follow the directions clearly, this is very doable, right? So automatically what you'll see, I'm just going to remove these numbers. Always use this template as a demo. You'll see on the right-hand side, it's immediately updated, but also on the year summary, it's immediately updated right here as well. So for January, you'll see it right here, and we'll give you the entire year. If you guys want this doc and you don't have it yet, let me know. and I'll make sure the team sends that over. And this is just a useful tracking machine to make you understand, hey, this is where my strengths are. This is how my emails are going. And if it sucks, if you see in January, man, I got 0 meetings, I closed 0 clients, you need to come to a Saturday call and say, Raheem, here's the problem. But if you don't track, and I come to the call on Saturday and say, all right, so how many meetings did you set? How many attempts? You said, well, I didn't track anything. Well, then we don't know what's going to happen, right? So I hope you're going to operate much more organized this year. Now, with the emails, you can see in Marketing Blocks right here, super simple. You click on the email section. It's a cold email. It's a type of email. What's the email about? Now, a big mistake people make is they think a cold email is designed to land a sale, to land a client. The answer is no. That is not what it's designed to do, right? So let me open up this doc right here. Cold email is not to land a sale. I want that to be very clear because I see so many beginners make this mistake. Like, I send emails every day, I'm not getting sales. Well, that's not what the email is intended to do. So let me make that red. The cold email, oh, let me make it black. Cold email is designed, so I actually have to like make this X. That's not the right thing. I hope that's clear. It's designed to land a meeting that might go to a sale, right? This is the correct answer. Don't go sending emails with your prices in it, and this is what we offer at this price point, and this is how much, and you can buy here and click now. This is not affiliate marketing that we're doing. This is not a promo email. This is you're reaching out to a real other business and you're asking them for their time to show them. They first pay attention, and when they paid attention, then it's easier for them to pay the investment or the fee for your service. Don't go try selling off the first bat. Sell the meeting, right? Let me know if that makes sense, guys. It's a crucial mistake that a lot of people make. I get emails like that from time to time saying, hey, you can work with us for X amount. Come on, right? So let me know if that makes sense real quick. If it's not, also let me know if it doesn't make sense. Oh, I see a lot of people in the chat. I need the doc. I need the doc. What's the app called? You mean Marketing Blocks? That's the app. If you need the link to it, let me know. Please share the spread, where to find the tracker. Yeah, nobody has this tracker other than the people I share it with. It's very exclusive, but you're lucky because you were smart enough to invest in this program, in this software, so you're going to get it for free from me, from the team. I'm not going to send it to everyone manually. I'll make sure the team gets it into your hands, into all of your hands. And when you get it, make sure you make a copy. So don't go try editing this doc. That won't work. Make a copy first, and then you can do whatever you want because it's your copy. Hope that makes sense. Lots of people saying, please share the tracker. Yeah, you'll get that. You'll get that for sure. Perfect. Awesome. You guys are on fire. So what should I say, says Abdul Razak? Well, that's what you use Marketing Blocks for. I'm going to draft an email shortly, and that's what you're going to use. Hope that makes sense. Bob says, write emails to set the meeting. Exactly. As always, makes sense. Awesome, Tia. Good to have you here. Jay says, perfectly makes sense. This is down on Marketing Blocks. Awesome. Do you send an email or through contact us page? I send an email directly usually. There is a separate approach that I'll discuss another time. I don't want to overwhelm you. To also, and our regulars or some of the people that have been following my trainings for a longer time now know that approach, which is where you ask a question, right? But we'll talk about it at a different time. Now I just want you to have the bare bone basics down and just focus on getting into the habit of doing these non-negotiable actions of plain outreach, volume, and just getting this done, right? If you don't start with this now, you're not gonna land the sales. It's gonna be horrible. Landing the meeting can be done via Zoom. Yes, for sure. Can I get the tracker? Yeah, for sure. Everybody that Mark says, I would like the tracker. I got you, brother, 100%. We'll get it across to you for sure. All right, so I love that. It's making all sense. Perfect. So let's get back to where we left off. So what I was mentioning is now I found the email of a business, right? want to go ahead and cold email the heck out of this. So what's the email about? Helping a real estate realtor, or what's it? I forgot the phrase in my head. Proposing a call to a excuse me, local realtor. Oh yeah, this is one. Inviting a local realtor to a call. From, I'll just do my email to, I'll just use the email we found. There we go. Filtered and optimized, good. I like the tone of voice to be confident in all, and that's a big one for everyone, guys. This is just a quick lesson overall through all of your marketing. The person with the most certainty in their offer wins. Meaning, if your marketing shows certainty, people are more likely to go with you because your confidence in your offer and your abilities to provide the services is going to speak louder than anything else. Like, you yourself as a consumer buy from people that seem to come across as confident in being able to deliver. And if someone comes half like, yeah, I might be able to help you, I'm not sure, I'll try, and we can find out, or I'll do my best, against a person that says, yeah, no problem, we got you for sure, you already know who you're going to go with, right? So also in your marketing, think about your copy as whenever you post something or whenever you use the AI, double check if it's confident, right? Does it feel like I got this in the bag? I know for a fact what I'm doing, right? If you even make a normal post, make it more confident. State how strongly you are and self-aware of what you can do and how you can add value to the business. It is going to work wonders throughout your entire marketing journey if you apply that approach. Obviously, don't go around and promising stuff you can't deliver, but come across confident, right? People don't buy from weak beginners because they often don't come across as confident, right? So that's a quick tip right there. So I like the tone of voice, with that being said, to be confident always. So generate copy, let's see what it pulls up. It's always exciting. I mean, it's crazy what AI can do nowadays, and it's only going to get bigger. So it's amazing. All right, so let's read this. Dear Nam, I hope this email finds you well. My name's Raheem, and I'm CEO of Easy Marketing Lab. All right, a little bit of authority, and you don't want more than this, right? So don't go adding, I run and I started my agency in this and this day, and people don't care about you and your history, right? The least you could do is introduce yourself and your brand, sure. Anything else than that is a distraction and only prolongs the emails and bores the heck out of a person, because at the end of the day, the person only cares about themselves, what they want, and what they want to avoid. So this is perfect, right? We specialize in helping real estate professionals like you, so very direct. I like that. It's very specific, since I'm speaking to a realtor, to reach their business goals in the digital world. We have a proven track record of helping agents to expand their reach, increase their sales, and maximize their profit. So I want you to understand as well why it's written in this way. This AI is truly powerful. I'm so amazed. It states, once again, I just mentioned, people only care about the things they want to desire or they want to get closer to. Even you on this training right now, your only thing you might most likely care about is like, just show me how I can get closer to my goal, right? That's why you're here. And the same goes for the person on the other end reading this email. So it immediately in the first sentence, and the first real sentence, shows them or talks about the true desires that your audience has. And for those of you that have been with me for a long time, I always state, write down all the desires of your audience, because that is the only thing they will listen to. And also write down all the pain points of your audience, because that's also the only thing they will listen to, because they want to know how to avoid them. So I love how the AI immediately put these in context for us. It's perfect. I'd like to invite you to a call where we can discuss your goals and how we can help you reach them. Perfect, right? Our services include website development, SEO, and PPC, social media marketing, and more. Please let me know if you're interested in learning more. So everything I just shared with you about a call is not about landing the sale. It didn't say you can buy our program or services, or we can discuss how you'll be a fit for our service. No, it's just I'd like you to invite you to a call so we can discuss how to get these things for you. Right? So the AI is smart enough to everything I just manually explained, and I didn't know what it's going to spit out, right? I just pressed generate copy and hope for the best. But once again, it showed peak performance in stating the desires, keeping it short, and inviting, doing a genuine invite to the call. Now, if for some reason maybe you don't offer SEO and PPC, you just edit those things out, right? Let's say I only do website development, boom, that's it. Now, obviously, if you have marketing blocks, you can do a bunch of services, so you can add these things in as well. Now, I'm also going to state, and this is one thing that you need to be aware of. Now, AI is amazing, perfect. I love it. It's smart. It's smarter than me. It's most likely smarter than all of us on some aspects. But what you need to understand is that not everybody knows what the hell this is. I always tell the story that when I got started, a lot of people said the word OTO. What's the OTO? How much for the OTO? And for the longest time, I had no clue what that meant. I even Googled it multiple times, like OTO, what does it mean? And there was no dictionary, no clear explanation that I could find anywhere for that word. It wasn't until after a very long time I somehow discovered that means one-time offer, right? So even though for you or for a lot of people that might be like second nature, of course I know what OTO is. Like, how can you not know that? I was in marketing and I had no clue what that meant. So it is dangerous to assume that a realtor might understand words like PPC or words like SEO. So when the AI spits out things like this, the rest is perfect. I love it, but I don't want to take chances on confusing my audience. So I might either want to write this out as search engine optimization or development or higher ranking in Google, right? Just making it very clear for the person. So they're like, oh yeah, I understand what that means. Instead of SEO, maybe he knows. Maybe he's like, what the hell is that? I just know how to sell houses and I don't know all this jargon about marketing stuff, right? So make sure to not assume that your audience knows what the most basic things are. Even though to you it's like that's a baby knows it, you can be surprised that I've been in marketing for the longest time and I didn't know what OTO was. But that gave me a big lesson that other people, especially local businesses, they know their craft really good, but they don't know the marketing world really good. So don't use words that might confuse them. Hope that made sense. And if it did, let me know in the chat box. And this can like paid advertising, all right? Advertising and social media marketing and more. So best regards. So this is perfect. So I'll grab this email, obviously, the subject line, let's talk about your real estate goals. I like that. It's actually really good. If I'm a realtor and I see this as a subject line, I can see this working for sure. I will get to a second part. Guys, before I continue, because I feel like I'm going pretty fast, let me know if we're on the same page and if you just understood all the points I mentioned when it comes to the email. Let me know. And I'll open up the chat as well. I'd like the tracker. I'll get it to you for sure. Russ says discount. I don't know what you mean by that. James says that's the best point. I love that we can set the tone of voice. Yeah, I mean, it is a powerful beast. I got emails from Brazil very similar to this to my ultimate suite, Damien. So if you've never done this and they ask to see the previous worker references, how do you respond? Good question, Pamela. I love that. So I think someone else asked that not too long ago. Was it on a Q&A? Either way, Pamela, the biggest thing you want to do is be transparent, be real, and they will applaud you for it and actually strengthen a bond even more. So be honest and transparent, saying, hey, you're going to be my very first client. I'm so excited to work with you. And because of that, you can also give an extra, right? Because you're my first client, I'll be able to go above and beyond. Because you, as a beginner or a solo person that doesn't have a big client portfolio yet, can devote more time to one person as opposed to a bigger company that has like tons and tons of people and everybody's just a number, right? And if you lose one client, so what? You're pissed off. That doesn't matter to us. We have 100 million more. But for you, that one client is going to be so valuable that you'll be able to go above and beyond to them. And obviously, you don't want to overdo it and burn yourself out, but it is a strength that a bigger business most likely can't play. So when it comes to that, do you want to see previous work? You can obviously send samples of what you do, of websites you've created or logos or social media posts. You can send examples, but you can also say, hey, I'm super excited to start. You're going to be my first client. I've done proper training and everything, and I'd love for you to take a shot, right? So be transparent. They appreciate that. I've done that many times myself in different businesses and businesses where I had no experience, no expertise, and I just was upfront whenever I needed to be, right? When I said, so do you have any other clients you've worked with before? I told them, no, you're going to be my first. I can't wait to get started. I'm confident that I can deliver. And if you have watched our training last week, and I'm pretty sure you haven't yet, so I'll definitely recommend anyone that hasn't, keep an eye in the replay area. That's where I show you how to make your offer unreasonable to say no to. And one of the ways, if those of you that were there can remember, is giving a guarantee. Now, a guarantee can be as creative as saying, hey, I'm going to work with you, and if for some reason I haven't given you 50 posts in the first month, you're going to get all your money back, plus I'm going to give you 50 posts more the next month, right? So crazy guarantees that's like a person is, I can't lose with this. I can't lose. Or whatever happens, I still win. So as a newbie, when you know you can deliver a certain amount and you know you can deliver good work, you are able to provide some solid guarantees that will make it unreasonable for a person to say no to, right? If I know I can build to a converting funnel that converts 1 out of 4 people because I have a script that I know works, and I'll tell you, hey, if I build to this funnel and you don't convert 1 out of 4 people, not only can you keep the funnel, but I'll build you another one that I'll keep building multiple funnels for you until we hit the one. And usually you have to pay for each one. The other person's like, oh, so I get unlimited funnels until it works. I pay you once. I can't lose. Let's make it happen, right? So Pamela, let me know if those kind of eye openers here and there, nuggets, gave you a new frame of thought on how you can approach this. Let me know. And it goes for all of you, by the way. So the same goes for Jason. Yeah. Noah says Marketingblocks AI is the same algorithm ChatGPT is using. Nope. Les says agree terms. I agree. Terms abbreviations also don't translate overseas. Best to write it out. Yes, right. So or that's a good point, Les. So maybe overseas they use different terms. Some terms are not universal, so definitely keep an eye at that. Using those terms could lose them as a potential client. Yes, you guys are getting the point. Never use industry words. I love it. You guys are all getting it. Do you recommend that we put in a calendar link? Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, you can definitely put that in. So that's a good point. Who said that? Bobby. So yeah, you can put in a calendar link. So you copy this, and then at the end, if you don't have a calendar link, I would suggest you to use something like Calendly or Schedule Once and create a free account. And there you can create a calendar where people can book calls with you. That's linked to your Google Calendar or whatever calendar you use. So yeah, it's a good one. I recommend that, and that just makes it easier for the other party to book in a call. So there we go. Now there are different ways, guys. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to discuss all different email outreach methods. There are some really powerful ones where we also include a lead magnet of some sort, but we'll have more training, so we'll make it a bit better every single time. Daniel says, I have a problems with understanding the landing pages. If it's a tech issue, definitely reach out to support at marketingblocks.ai. If it's not a tech issue, I'm looking forward to answer that question on Saturday. Carol says, in my case, I'm still trying to know what SOM means at the end of a statement type post. I have no clue what SOM means. I don't know. How many cold emails needed to send the same? How many cold emails needed to send to the same prospect in case it's being overlooked? I wouldn't go beyond 7. Honestly, I wouldn't go beyond 7. I want the tracker. Yeah, I'll get that, guys. What about dear name? How do you personalize? Yes. So let me get to that point. Let me continue with the slide decks. The chat is going on infinite. Here we go. So Raheem, what's the best method to land clients? Cold email outreach is one of the best. It's not the best. It's one of the best. Cold emails are fast and easy. The golden rules being formal. So even though we're a professional business study shows the business owners, entrepreneurs are keen to respond to informal messages. So try to make sure there's always a hint of informalism in there. Also, don't take it too far. And also, it depends a little bit on the industry. Now, the point I want to get at is personalization increases conversion. So you can see right here, it says dear name. right? That doesn't work. So we need to personalize the heck out of this. There are different ways you can do this. Right now, I found this random business called City Realtor. Now, sometimes when you go to the About Us section, you can see the names of the people that run it, but I don't see them here. Like sometimes you see their picture and you see like this person and this person, this person, and then you can get a feel of, all right, who's most likely going to see this email, and you can state their names or one name. So that is a, well, let's see, sales, no, tenant, no, contact us, report an issue, no. Another way to personalize it even more is go to linkedin.com. LinkedIn is a gold mine. How? Is LinkedIn down? LinkedIn is a gold mine for personalization, honestly. So let me plug in. You can already see where I'm going. Why am I logged out? I'm being logged in. Give it a second. Yes. I love the auto login. 2023 is a blank canvas painted with your dreams. I love it. Guys, look at all these leads on the left-hand side. January 2nd, December 28th, December 25, December 21. Volume, guys. Like this is for my own business. August 24, back to back. September, we don't miss a month. Our LinkedIn outreach is going strong every single day. If I'm doing it, you sure as hell should be doing it as well, right? And we're doing really good already. Go out there, talk to businesses every single day, or just block a schedule for when you're working to do that. Now, the point I'm getting at is if I want to find out who the hell works at City Realtor, I can go and search for the company, right? I see here City Realtor, and I can now see the people. No, City Realtor UK. I see 7 followers. People. I don't see the people. Okay, then I want to search for City Realtor as like people who have it as a job. Jobs. Okay, let me go back here and go to view page. The page is, oh, there we go. Okay, this is what I was looking for. Multi-award, can I see people now? All right. Oh, there we go. Property manager, advisor, assistant branch manager, is a trainee, and a property manager. So I'm going to go for the biggest guy. It's probably this one. I like the assistant brand manager as well, but I'm going to assume this is the guy that pulls all the strings, right? I can even connect with him here and send the message that I got here and send it on LinkedIn as well directly to him. Let's see if I can get him. Yeah, experience full-time at property manager and the City Realtor. Okay, so I can now go based on a quick LinkedIn search, fill in the blanks on the personalization. Now, I could personalize it even more if I find they recently hired a new person, they merged, they did something big, right? So if I go to their page and have some updates, let's see, home, they're not up to date with their stuff, so they can use all the help you guys can serve. Let's see if I see something. Their latest post was 7 months ago. Okay. So I'm really thinking this is the guy that does all the marketing and pulls the strings. So I would make it more personalized to him. So if I see, let's say they acquired this big house or they sold a big house, or look at this, multi-award winning, and they won this award recently. I'll even mention that in the email saying, hey, congrats on recently winning the award, or by the way, congrats on selling that property. It looked amazing. And that's just that personal touch that shows, hey, I'm not just sending these people to anyone and everyone. I do, but I did take some time and effort to make sure I know who you are and I know who I'm reaching out to, right? So personalization increases conversion. The more info you dig up to outreach potential clients, the easier it is to talk to them and get their interest, because then they're like just imagine you're on the other end getting the email like, hey, he knows me, or at least you get a sense of, hey, how he knows about that, right? And as opposed to another email that says, hey, we want to jump on a call with you. And it's like, oh, you don't know me, right? Just gives that little bit of feeling of human connection. Guys, let me know if that makes sense and if you understand how to quickly dig up some kind of personal touch point. I can go deeper and search that name on Facebook and see what he shared there. But it's easy today with internet. There's so much public access to basic information and updates, and everybody shares their stuff, that you can easily find out some highlights or personal keys that you can use in your email to increase your conversions. If you just take time, schedule 1 hour to do this for maybe 10 businesses, 20 businesses, depending how fast you work. And with AI by your side, it's super fast. I mean, there should nothing be stopping you from getting a lot of businesses to talk to you, respond to them, and ask to jump on a call, right? There's literally nothing more to it. I wish I could make it more complicated, or I could tell you I'm some kind of genius, but I'm not. I showed you our LinkedIn ourselves. It's packed with conversations. It's what we do all the time, right? So let me jump in the chat and see if it all is making sense, if it's landing. And we're also nearing to the end of this training. We'll continue it next time. Delphine says, and it's a really good point, if you've never done something, you can offer these services as to a friend and get a testimony. This will allow you to have an answer as well. And that's really good, Delphine. I love that. And I also have a separate training on this called the Trifecta campaign, how to get real testimonials and real leads and even sales from people that are potential clients, even if you're a beginner. So if you got access to the replay area, look up for the Trifecta campaign, and also take note of Delphine's comment saying, hey, find a person that could use your help and do it for them, right? And get a testimony. Mark says, I like the email it generated. I would like it more if the opening line was personal compliment. Yeah, exactly, Mark. My key, exactly. So that's why I just showed you, like, the AI is perfect, but it's not going to be able yet, right? Who knows what it brings in the future. It does save like tons of time and really writes the email perfectly, but that personal touch point, it won't be able to get that because it's not sure who you're going after yet, right? So if you go ahead and do this simple thing that I just mentioned of digging up some kind of personal compliment, personal keynote, I mean, then your email's on fire, right? Nothing says one thing that really works well is come grow with me as a beginner. Yeah. Chutney says, where do I get the recordings of the previous training? Can I just drop it for you? So whenever you ask that, the support team will immediately send the link. Then he says, that was an excellent training and building the offer was great. Awesome. Oh, you were there last week. Perfect. Alex says, thank you for the support tip about the calendar link. Yep. Jay says, good ideas. No lose. Sounds like the right thing. Very helpful. Thanks for breaking it down. Crazy guarantee. No brainer. Right. Makes sense to be open and transparent. Always speak the client's language. Is there a chat function or only Q&A? So chatting, basically, if you drop anything in the Q&A, I see it and we just use it as a chat. Oh, Pat says SOM means send on mobile. So we got that mystery unsolved or solved. Are the landing pages SEO optimized? Ready? I don't believe so right off the bat. I see a tech question. I'll leave that to support to answer. Explain more information. I'm not sure what you mean, James. So do you use personal Gmail or business name? I recommend you to have a domain business name, so not just the Gmail one. And you can easily grab that for like pennies on GoDaddy.com. So if I go to GoDaddy, so I would recommend you not to use a free email. It will also increase your what's it called? Your deliverability. So let's say it's work with Raheem or real work with Raheem. Actually, already bought this domain, but I don't think about the email first. Don't go buy it off me. Let's say I need the email. Oh, it's all in Dutch. Let me scroll down and make it English for you guys in United States. All right, so work with Raheem, or it will be work with your name, obviously, right? And then look at this, 1 cent. It's crazy. So I actually don't want the website. I want the email. So usually, I think I went to the wrong thing. I want email and marketing. All right. Professional email. Yeah, email. Look at this, $1 per month. Like, it costs $1 to start outreach, and then you can go and get started. It's crazy, and that $1 can turn in I don't know how much if you just do what I just told you here today, right? So just take a basic one and get started. That's the biggest thing. Get started. Use their tools, their specific autoresponders for cold outreach, and you'll grow the business, and you'll invest in faster, leaner software and team members over time. But right now, get started, just like the button says here, right? So you can get a simple domain anywhere. Boom, find the email of the business. Boom, now go marketing blocks. Now search for a personal compliment, like Mark also said, and go and send. Do that again and again and again. It's the boring, dull, recurring tasks that will make you the most money. Hope that landed and that makes sense. So I'd love to continue the training, but with the time that we have left, I don't want to leave any half-ended information. So I'm just going to go over the chat, see if I missed any questions, or see if you have any additional questions. And let me know if you enjoyed this training, if you found it helpful. And this was really focused on, all right, now that you have marketing blocks, there's so many ways to get clients. Like, this is just one of the many, but at least now you have a quick and solid one and an easy understanding, I hope, of how to go out there and get businesses to talk to you, right? Because that's what you need to have happen. Pat says, I use Hotjar to get the boss emails. Really good. I use that one as well. Can I advertise in LinkedIn? I'm a multi-level marketer. Yes, you can, Michael. Sure can. Which LinkedIn outreach software do you use? I just manually, man. I have a VA actually that does it for me. I just tell her what to do. Mint approach. Yes, I like the personal touch point big time. A bit slower, but way more powerful. Yes, I like the personal touch. Will this be recorded? Yes, it's all recorded. I just don't know when the replay will be up. You found a specific individual to personalize your email, but at this point, it's still going to admin instead of a specific person. How do you obtain the correct email? So there are ways to do this, but overall, everyone, even the main guy, has access to that email, right? So when his name is there, he'll know it's for him. Even if another person reads it, she or he will know, oh, it's for him, right? So there's a good chance they send it forward, or they'll even mention it, say, hey, someone sent an email with your name, and the person's like, well, what? And it's gonna open it and read it. So either way, even if it goes through like a general folder, still make it specific. Because that touch point just makes it, oh, they literally talked about that. It's like someone calling your house and say, is Mr. or whatever person in your whatever relative you have named, let's say you have a relative called David, is David home? Now, even though it's a general call, you're going to be like, oh, like this is a general house number, everybody could answer, but you're asking for David. It's going to be a lot more specific. You might put the phone through to him, or you're going to ask him what's it regarding. Either way, you now know, right? This is for a specific person. So it just increases your chances. Let me know, Jay, if that makes sense. Bobby said, to love the approach. Good tips. Thank you, Raheem. You're welcome, Ari. I missed last week. Where can I find the replay? Can you please send the replay vault link to Delphine? Are the previous trainings located? Where can we watch them? It is in the replay vault. Kenneth just send it to you. Please also send it to Delphine. Can you send me a link? Everybody asked for a link of last week's training. The audio is not good. Can you repeat the meaning of SOM? Sent on mobile, if I understood correctly. At least someone else said that in the chat. I have no clue what it means, but sent on mobile seems correct. Marcelo says, this is the first time I participated live and I found it very productive. Yeah, we just give straight away golden nuggets, practical stuff, no fluff, fast. And then I want you to go and implement and come back on Saturday to ask me questions on, all right, I tried it, here's where it went wrong, or I tried it, here's how it went. So we can keep building and keep having that momentum. The goal is that every week you come here, you grow and you grow and you grow. So I'm super excited for you. I think you responded to someone saying to send a cold email 7 times before giving up. It might reach it 3 times is the right maximum, because more than that, the email police will tag your email as being a spammer. My rule, no more than 3 emails in 3 months. Yeah, so definitely it also depends on the time frame in between the emails. I would never send 7 emails back to back to back to back. So if it's back to back, it would be like 3. Not even, right? You want to space them out. So yeah, I totally hear you on that, Mark. 7 can be done over time, because you need to understand situations change for a business. I might ignore you the first times because I'm just in a completely different state in my business, but maybe I'm the sixth time I'm in a situation where I just need that thing bad, and it just happens to be the perfect timing for me. So as your personal situation changes, emails that follow up can have a stronger effect than the first time where a person didn't need it or didn't have time or their head was in a different cloud. And so that's why 7 can be strong, but that is absolutely the max, and there needs to be a good time frame as well. The most important thing, guys, is send that first email out to as many businesses. Send that first email out to as many businesses. I just want you to be in the field and at least making touch points, because just coming to these trainings and learning and then going out there and buying other amazing cool products is not going to do you any good. Link to tracker will be provided. Great session. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Great training. Looking forward to the next one. Got some really good ideas. Thank you. First rate training with the underlying logic. Awesome. Are the replays in the Marketing Blocks app? No, they're in a separate vault. You'll be able to access. Can you send the replay link to TD Oliver? James has a question about art blocks. If it's a tech question, brother, send it to support@marketingblocks.ai. If it's another question, ask me on Saturday. Very helpful. Thank you so much. I'm excited to implement this. Thank you. Jay says, this was my first training webinar since joining Marketing Blocks, and you provided a concise and information-packed webinar. Highly enjoyable. Appreciate your knowledge. I appreciate you for being here. I appreciate all of you for being here, and I can't wait to see your transformation this year. I'm here by your side at this journey. We're doing this together. Awesome, 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 awesome. That's it today, guys. I see so much love in the chat box. I appreciate all of you. If I missed your question or I didn't address you, I'm sorry. Like, the chat is packed, but like I said, on Saturday we have another Q&A session, and next week I'm here again. And so either way, I will always speak to you. So rest assured, you'll be able to get your questions answered. We also have a beautiful support team that you can always send an email team to. I love you guys. Happy New Year once again. I enjoyed this training with you, and guys, this was practical, and like I showed you, I do this myself, and we have multiple businesses doing really good, and we still do these boring, same dull tasks because they bring in the money. So go ahead and do them. Find the business, use the AI, personalize it, send the email, and on to the next. Schedule a block where just 1 hour, phone off, and you just do this one thing. And then you tell me, Raheem, I have all these businesses now reaching back to me. What do I do next? Then we'll take it from there. Have a good one. Bye-bye.